Okay, so we are. It's almost okay. So it's been almost 5 months since the CDC declared the coronavirus epidemic as a pandemic in March of this year, 2020, and I understand that the facts about masks have been kind of muddled and muddied. People have been saying one thing and then saying another. I understand it's been a little confusing at times. But it's August now as I'm recording this video, and I understand many of us Americans are struggling with this new reality of wearing a mask. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I don't care if I get sick. Why should I wear a mask? Well, what a great, brilliant thought. Unfortunately, some people do care that they get sick. So, by you wearing a mask, you prevent your germs from spreading all over the place. So, it's not a guarantee, but it sure does help. So, it's not just a matter of whether we should wear a mask. I think it's obvious that we should. But how do we wear a mask? This is very perplexing. To a lot of us, the concept of covering our face is very, well, it's alien to a lot of us. So, I understand that we need to be very thoughtful of those who have not had the luxury of being properly educated on wearing a mask. So I've taken a little bit of time out of my morning to show you guys what I believe are the most effective ways of wearing a face mask. Now bear with me here. It can be a little tricky, but this is on YouTube. You can pause, you can go back, you could go forward. You could even download this, convert it to MP3, and listen to it while you drive to work or to the store, where you probably are required to wear a mask. So, I recommend you bookmark this video if it becomes a little difficult to keep up with. I recommend you share it on Facebook so that all your friends and family can be informed on the proper ways to wear a face covering. So let's go with the very basic cloth mask here. Probably the most standard mask aside from the disposable masks. These have these little loopy, elasticy strap things that go around your ears. And then you put them around your ears and put it on your face. See? This is how you wear a mask. Wait, am I forgetting something? Oh yeah! A lot of people don't realize, but we breathe through our mouths as well as through our nose. So make sure your mask goes over your nose. It could be a little tricky, but if you have one of those little disposable ones, just feel for the part that's a little bendy, wiry, and pinch it around the middle, and that'll really help you know where your nose goes. It's a little tricky. I know a lot of us are shocked to find out that you breathe through your nose as well as your mouth, but scientists and doctors are constantly discovering new things. And I feel we ought to be educated on basic anatomy if we're going to be wearing a mask. So, you're wearing a mask, it's over your nose. Did you know that the coronavirus can still spread even if you wear your mask right under your chin? Yeah, apparently virus particles don't come from your chin, but they mostly come from your orifices, your mouth, your nose. Now, it's possible they come from your ears, but it's not very likely, so there's no reason to be concerned about your earwax protruding out and infecting people. So, for the time being, the CDC does not say we have to wear headphones or earmuffs, but it doesn't hurt. Well, actually, if you're wearing headphones, at least be kind enough to listen to the cashiers who are telling you to put on your mask. Which brings us to in the stores. If you're entering a business that requires you to put on a mask, which frankly should be every business at this point, but I digress, please make sure you put on a mask if you have one. If not, many places are happy to sell you one for as low as $1. I understand $1 can be a lot, but then maybe you shouldn't be fucking shopping in the first place if you can't afford an extra $1. As I was saying, put on your mask as soon as they tell you. Do not walk around the store breathing all over the merchandise for 5 minutes before putting on your mask. It's not very wise. It's not recommended at all. It also would be nice if you didn't yell at people when they correct you on the improper way that you wear a mask. Remember, we don't learn if we're not taught, so please listen to those who are a little bit more educated on this subject matter. Also, if you're using a disposable mask, learn what the word disposable means. It means you dispose it after a day of use. Sure, you can rewash your disposable mask, maybe once, if you want to pinch your pennies just a little bit. Anything more after that would be retarded. And if you're wearing a mask like this, you can rewash it. In fact, you should wash it before using it the next day all the time. Believe it or not, virus particles can accumulate on your mask, and they don't go away overnight. Not by themselves, they don't. So you don't even need a washing machine. You can just wash them in the sink and dry them out, either on the air, to a fan, or just throw them in the dryer. I don't recommend the oven. Another thing, it's just like most of us own more than one pair of socks and more than one pair of underwear, it's advisable that you buy multiple cloth masks. That way you don't have to worry about washing them every day, and you can have a supply of masks to use on a weekly basis. And then when you're doing your laundry, include your masks in your laundry pile. There's a lot of things to learn about masks. I recommend we all stay educated. I don't know everything. I'm just saying what I know. And I could be wrong. The doctors could be wrong, and you can know more than all of them. But I don't think it's time to gamble on that. Let's all do our part. The nurses and doctors are working very hard to end this pandemic, and we don't need a couple of suburban mouth breathers making it worse. See you all next time when we have the vaccine.